What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And today I'm going to be reviewing this knockoff Lego Smaug from China. And of course, Smaug is the dragon from The Hobbit, and this official Lego figure appeared in the Lonely Mountain set from 2014 that was released with The Hobbit, the Battle of Five Armies Lego wave. And I've always wanted this figure, and this is of course not an official figure. And this is, you may remember me mentioning back in my 2019 Christmas haul back in December, I mentioned that there was a gift that hadn't arrived yet. This is the gift that hadn't arrived yet, and I probably should have assumed, since it was ordered from China, that it was a knockoff. So this arrived like earlier in the week on like Thursday, so it's almost 2 months late for arriving for Christmas, but I mean, it's okay. It's finally here, and although it is a knockoff, it's actually a pretty good knockoff. There are a few cons to it, though. There are pros and there are cons, so we'll take you through them all. So, of course, in the films, it is Benedict Cumberbatch voicing the character, and he is in a motion capture suit, and they really did a great job capturing Benedict Cumberbatch's likeness and translating that into a dragon in the movies, and Lego did a great job translating his appearance into a Lego figure, because it just looks great. It really does look accurate, and this is like a new mold that was made back in the day when Lego made this. And in case you're wondering how I can tell this is a knockoff, it's because none of the Lego pieces actually have the Lego branding on them. You may notice how on Lego studs and official Lego sets, they have the brand name Lego, of course, on them. This figure does not have the Lego branding anywhere on it. That's how I can tell that it is a knockoff. But the head is great. It's got this neck articulation, and you can like bend it up like this, so you can have this more menacing pose right here. It's looking at you. And you can open his mouth, and he has this little place where you can stick this flame piece that is included into his mouth, and it looks pretty cool. Like, that looks pretty cool for the most part, but it doesn't stick very well in his mouth, and it doesn't stay very firm in there. So that's kind of a con, is that not a lot of the pieces really stick very well, and you'll probably see me knock a few pieces off. Like, if you just hit it, like flick it, it just falls out really easily. And I don't think that was the case with the original Lego version. I prefer to just have it like with his mouth closed, kind of grinning at you like this. I think that looks really cool. But you can of course bend his neck downwards. It goes like fully in a circle, and you can have like kind of a pose like this where his neck is kind of further down, or he's kind of sniffing around for the hobbits or the dwarves, I guess. And as you can see, once again, I just knocked a part of his spine off, so that's kind of annoying. But you've got his wings that have this articulation where, of course, they're on ball joints, so you can move them around. And they actually have this feature where you can fold them in for, I guess, kind of a more ground position where he's just on the ground. And then if you want to fold them out, he's more in a flying position. He's got little claws on the hands there, of course. And if we want to take a look at the underbelly here, you've got all of his scales that he has on there. And, of course, the one scale that has been knocked off where Bard shoots him with the black arrow, which is, of course, this is the only area where Smaug can be penetrated. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's pretty nice printing, and it's well translated from Lego into this knockoff. And you've got a little bit of printing on the leg there, and you just got the two legs, and you can move them right there. And I keep knocking that spine piece off, and I'm thinking of just leaving it off. There's a spine like tooth piece that goes there, but I'm thinking of just leaving that off now because it doesn't work very well. And the tail just articulates like this from side to side, but it's a pretty long tail. It's got these three different elements of it, and this part kind of falls out a lot. This middle piece kind of falls out, so it is not as firm as the official Lego version, but that's kind of expected with knockoffs. But it's just got three parts, and you can just turn it side to side, of course. So that looks pretty cool. And then I think I've just taken a pretty well taking you through all the features of this figure. So this is the Lego knockoff Smaug from China. I don't know what it's officially called, but it's actually a pretty good knockoff. It has translated from Lego pretty well, and it does look good, but of course, since it's a knockoff, a lot of the pieces are very loose, and that's definitely a problem. The spine pieces don't stay in very well. The flame doesn't stay in the mouth very well. So I would say it's not the best for playability, but for me, who doesn't really play with Lego that much anymore, it's a good displayable model, and I think it costs like $35 at the initial cost, and I think with tax and shipping and all that from China, it gets closer to $100 or like at least $80. So it depends if you're a large enough Middle-earth or Hobbit fan to really want to buy this, but for me, it was definitely something that I've been always wanting to get for like almost 5 years, over 5 years now, and now that I finally have it, it's just great. So I give this Chinese Smaug knockoff an A-. Once again, the pieces kind of fall off, and it's just not as good as, of course, if it was the official LEGO version, but I still think it's a pretty good knockoff. So please let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.